The average of the two smallest integers. The average of the two smallest integers is 102. The average of the three smallest integers. Integers is 103. The average of all four is 104. Now, which is the greatest of these integers? Which is the greatest of these integers? So just observe the question here. They have not mentioned any one integer also, but in all cases average they have mentioned. So we are doing the problems depending on average only, arithmetic mean. That means sum of observations by number of observations we have to take. First condition they have given average of the first two integers is 102. That means sum of those two by 2 is equal to 102. And then average of the first three. So three integers, sum of the three integers by 3 will be equal to 103. All four integers, sum of four integers by 4 will be equal to 104. Those three conditions are given. By solving three conditions, we will get the integers. Among that, which one is greatest one we need to find. So let the four integers as A, B, C and D in order, okay? In ascending order means smallest to biggest. So in ascending order. Because they have mentioned a smaller like that. So given average of two smallest integers is 102. So just listen. Average of two smallest integers. Here smallest integers are A and B. Average of those two integers is A plus B by 2. So I am taking that one as X bar is equal to A plus B by 2. And it is given by 102. Average of those two integers given 102. So average of those two integers is A plus B by 2, which is equal to 102. From this, A plus B will be equal to, therefore, A plus B will be equal to 102 into 2. Sum of those two integers is this much. So what we are getting, A plus B will be is equal to 204. Let it be equation 1. Similarly, from second condition, A plus B plus C by 3 will be equal to 103. Given average of three smallest integers is 103. Okay, then what will you get? Sum of the observations by number of observations is the average. Sum of the first three smaller integers are A, B, C by 3 will be equal to 103. Then sum of those three integers A plus B plus C will be equal to 3 into 103. So directly I am writing that is 309. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. 309 will get equation 2. Similarly, do the last one also. So given directly I am writing this one. Average of all the four integers A plus B plus C plus D by 4 is equal to 104 given. So from this A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 4 into 104. So 4 4s are 16, 4 1s are 4. 416 will be. equation 3. We need to find out greatest integer. The greatest integer is d. D is in the third equation. If you are removing sum of these three, a plus b plus c, then we'll get d value. And we have a plus b plus c value 309 from the second equation. So substitute that value in the third equation, then you will get the d value. Okay, so no need to find out all the integers. Directly we will get the answer. So here I am doing substitute equation 2 in equation 3. So what will you get? A plus b plus c value is 309 plus d is equal to 416. So d will be equal to 416 minus 309. So d is equal to 16 minus 9 is 7 and 0, 1, 107. Okay. So greatest integer is equal to 107. That's all. So no need to find other integers. Just they are asking greatest integer and we are taking in order as A, B, C, D. Here D value we need to find. So D value we got from the two equations as 107. Okay. Now coming to the last problem. Coming to the 10th question. Write at least 2 questions to find the mean giving suitable data. To find mean giving suitable data. So here we have to give the data, just we need to write the questions, but we will see the answers also for mean. So just observe for this. My first question is at least 2 questions, means 2 or more than 2 we have to give. Just yesterday we have seen find the mean of first 10 natural numbers given. So I am giving now first 20 natural numbers. So how we can find out that we have the solution and we have the formula to find out the mean of first 10 natural numbers as mean of, actually solution no need, but then also I am giving here mean of first n natural numbers is equal to n plus 1 by 2. So here n value is equal to 20, n equal to 20. Now mean of 20 numbers will be equal to 20 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 21 by 2. 21 by 2 means 10.5. 2 tens are 20, 1 is left, so 10.5. Mean of first 20 natural numbers. Like that only you can write, find the mean of first 5 multiples of 3. This is my question. So now just see, we will see the solution. Mean of first 5 multiples of 3. According to the given question, what are the observations we need to find? So first 5 multiples of 3. First we need to find out those numbers. First 5 multiples of 3 are, first 5 means 1, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15. These are the first 5 multiples of 3. So mean of those 3 we have to, those 5 numbers we have to find. See, according to the question, we are finding the data. What are the observations we are finding? Then we have to find out the mean. So mean will be equal to, required mean will be equal to sum of observations 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15 divided by 5. First 5 multiples. So 3 plus 6 9, 9 plus 9 18, 18 plus 12 30, 30 plus 10 45, 45 by 5, 5 nines are 45. That's it. Solution they didn't ask, just questions they are asking, but how to simplify such type of questions also I am explaining. And just by changing the numbers here, take first 5 multiples of next any other number, 4, 5 or anything. Change the numbers and try to find out the mean. Next, if they are asking composite, first 4 composite numbers. So composite numbers means 4 is the first composite number, 6 is the second composite number, 8, 10, 4. First 4 composite numbers are this. So find out the mean of these 4 composite numbers. Depending on the question, if they are asking find the mean of all the factors of 12, for suppose. Factors of 12 are nothing but what we have. One is factor for any number and every number itself is a factor. So factors are countable. And 2 6 are 12, 3 4 are 12, 4 3 are 12. That's all. These are the factors of 12. Find out the mean of these numbers. That is the required value. So depending on the question, we need to find out the observations. Then we need to find the mean. Whenever they are asking mean, just remember sum of the observations by number of observations we have to do. If they did not mention the observations, by observing the question, we need to find the observations first. Then we have to find the mean. If they are given fractional numbers, then also find out the sum of those fractions divided by how many fractions are given. Like that. If decimal numbers are given, find out the sum of the decimal numbers and divide those with those many numbers. Okay, so at least two they said. So I have given two questions. Till two more questions, try to write yourself. Okay. Okay, just listen. Some of the definitions from starting onwards still mean just data is nothing but collecting information. That may be numerical or words. So collection of information is called data. First thing, what is meant by data we must know. Collection of information, yes or no. And there are two types of data, that is already I have explained, primary and secondary data. So primary data means we will gather that information directly, that is primary data. Secondary data means sometimes we are unable to gather directly. In that case, already whatever information is there about that, we will take that information and further we will collect the information, that is comes under secondary data. And next, we have observation. Observation is nothing but each entry, numerical entry in the data is known as observation. Each data. That observation came how many times? Number, how many times it is occurred? For suppose I am giving the numbers 3, 5, 0, 4, 3, 2, 7, 5. Like this, I am giving the observation. I want to find out mean for this data. So given data, this is the given information. For these numbers, I need to find mean and how many observations are given. So observation is nothing but each entry in the data. So here each entry 3, 5, 0, 4, 3, 2, 7, 5, all these are the observations of the data. And next, frequency. 3 how many times came? 1, 2, twice came. So frequency of 3 is 2. Count of that observation is frequency. 5 also came twice. 0 only once. 4 only once. 2 only once. 7 also only once. Okay, that is comes under frequency. And range. Range is nothing but, see, mean always lies between greater value and higher value we are telling. Sorry, smaller value. So just observe, range is nothing but difference between greater and smallest observation. Here, what is the greatest observation among these? 7. For this data, I am explaining. 7 is the greatest observation. And what is the smaller observation? 0. So 7 minus 0, which is equal to 7, is the range of this data. Actually, if I am taking 1, then 7 minus 1, which is equal to 6. 6 is the range of the data. Okay, so remember the points. Data means collection of information. Observation is nothing but each entry in the data. Frequency is count of the observation. Range is difference between maximum observation and minimum observation. Difference between those two values. And now, measures of central tendency of the data. So data can be represented through 3 different central tendency methods. Those are mean and median and mode. Mean, mode and median. These are the measures of central tendency of the data. Now, for suppose I am giving find the mean of first 5 natural numbers. First 5 natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the given data. For these numbers, we need to find out mean. Okay. Mean of these numbers is nothing but sum of the observations by number of observations we are taking. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 by 5. Sum of the observations by number of observations is mean. It is also called as average and all these. Now just observe here, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 15, 5 is 15, 15 by 5. 5 ones are 5 threes are, which is equal to 3. 3 I got. Mean of first 5 numbers, first 5 natural numbers, 3 I got. Okay. Now mode. See here, if you are changing any observation, then mean also will affect. Some will change, then compulsory mean will be affected. If we are removing any number, then number of observations will change. So completely mean also change. Means mean depends upon each value of the observation and number of observations. Okay, coming to mode. Mode is nothing. So before that, median we will see. Median, while we are finding the median, we need to arrange the given data in ascending order, otherwise descending order. So here already given data in ascending order. For this, and how many observations are there? N equal to 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations. This is a odd number. Whenever we are getting odd number, exactly one mid value will get middle value. Middle value represents median of that data. So here middle value of this data is 3. So what is that value we need to find? Median of this data equal to 3. Just listen. N is equal to 5. When n is odd, n plus 1 by 2, that is equal to 6 plus 1 by 2, means third term will become the median of this data. Whenever you are getting odd number, n plus 1 by 2 term will become as median. If n is even, for suppose I have 6 also, then I will get 2 mid values. 2 mid values. So when n equal to 6, it is an even number. In that case, average of n by 2 term and n by 2 plus 1 term. Average of these two terms I must take. N by 2 means 6 by 2, that is third term. Third term is 3 and 3 plus 1, fourth term. Fourth term is 4. So these two terms average I need to take. That means 3 plus 4 by 2 will be the median, which is equal to 7 by 2. And where we are using this mean and median mode. So first we will see what is mean by mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the given data. Mode is nothing but which observation is occurring more number of times. Means for which observation frequency is more. 1 came only once, 2 also came only once, 3 also only once, 4 also only once, 5 also only once. Since here every number is occurring equal number of times, so there is no mode. So data may contain mode or without mode, otherwise sometimes 2 modes or more than 2 modes also you get. For suppose I have 3 twice, then 3 came 2 times. So which observation is occurring more number of times here? 3. That means mode of the data is 3. Mean is sum of observations by number of observations. It depends on entire data. Median is exactly middle value. When number of observations are odd, only one mid value will get. And when number of observations are even, then 2 middle values will get. Further 2 we need to take average to get the median of the data. Okay. And then mode. Mode is most frequently occurred data. More number of times which data is occurred, that one we will take as mode of the data. So data may contain mode or no mode or 2 modes or more than 2 modes. Okay. Now, if consider the situations. Where we are using these three, in which situations we are using these three conditions, just observe. For suppose I am giving the condition like this. Preparation of the number of laddus. For a marriage. And next situation is given for finding favorite cricketer in a class. Cricketer in a class. So consider these two situations. After that, we will see some more examples. See, when for marriage, exact number of people, how many people will come to the marriage, we don't know. So we can't able to tell exact number here. Yes, some group of people will attend for the marriage. For that thing, we can't able to tell exact number, how many laddus they have to prepare. So in that case, we need to take average. Okay, in such conditions, we have to take average. So here it is comes under mean condition. We need to find out mean of the data. Then we will get the average laddus needed for that marriage. And next, for finding favorite cricketer in a class. So it is not a lengthy one because in a class, finite number of students only will get. So we can collect the information which cricketer is favorite for student. Means we are able who was the most favorite cricketer for that students. We can find out by collecting the information. For suppose total number of students in the class 30. For suppose 30 students are there. In that 30 students, 15 students, 16 students are 20 students are like one cricketer, or suppose let us take Sachin or whatever, and remaining 10 like another cricketer. In that case, who is which number is sorry, most of the students like Sachin, yes or no? Means favorite cricketer is able to find, we are able to tell exactly. So it is comes under most occurred data. Here 20 is more than 10, 20 times Sachin. For 20 people, Sachin was the favorite cricketer. So it is comes under more. For suppose if we have take another example for this condition mode, a shopkeeper a shopkeeper who sells toothpaste, tubes of different sizes, different sizes, wants to decide which size is added more, wanted to decide which size is to be added more. See, for suppose he has a small size, smaller paste as well as a bigger size paste. For suppose so many people are buying small size one only. Okay, small size and big size toothpaste he is having, but most of the people buying smaller size paste only. Means next time if he is bring say average is comes under entire data. So average of for suppose smaller size, firstly he bought 40 tubes, 40, and big size also 40 tubes he bought for suppose first. Then most of the smaller size tubes was suppose 30 were sold, and here only 20 were sold. For suppose 10 only take, 10 were sold. Okay, means still here remaining is 10 and here still remaining are 30. Next time shopkeeper will bring both are in equal numbers. No, why? Because if he is bringing both in same equal number, while we are taking mean, we have to take both in same number. Means that shopkeeper must bring next time also equal number of small size tubes as well as big size tubes. But that one not necessary. So that means mean is not suitable in this condition. Here most of the tubes which were sold, that one he need to bring next time more. Yes or no? Means out here only 10 were left. Out of 40, 30 sold, only 10 were left. Means next time he must buy smaller size tubes more in number, and big size tubes less in number. So here most frequently used data is smaller size tubes. That's why mode of the data is smaller size. Means next time you need to bring smaller size tube. So to decide which one he need to bring next time mode, that is comes under the condition mode, most frequently occurred data. Okay, so suppose in a shop there are three types of oils he is selling: sunflower oil, groundnut oil, and palm oil, for suppose like that. Okay, in that case, most of the people buying palm oil only. Then next time he must prepare palm oil to bring more in number. So whatever already in the stock, he no need to bring again. Just he will take less number of packets, and whatever is less number, whatever he don't have this stock, he must bring more number of that packets. Yes or no? So in such situations, we are going for more. And one more condition, an invigilator wants to bring additionals for exam. So in that case, are we able to decide how many people are using how many number of additionals? We don't know. So particular number we don't know. In that case, group of people means per average per child, how many pages are, how many additional sheets are used by one person? Average we have to consider in that case. Wherever we are dealing with group of persons, we will go through with mean. And if we know certain number which is most frequently occurred, in that case we will use mode. Okay. In some situations, mean also not suitable and mode also not suitable. For those situations, we will go through with median. These are the three types of central tendency measurements of data. Now already about mean we were finished. So different properties of mean also we have studied. So in the next class we will see what are the properties of mean and what are some of the additional problems on mean. After finishing that, we will go through with the mode. Okay. Now let us take some of the examples for mean. So just revise what are the properties of mean. Mean always lies between maximum and minimum observations. So for this we have seen the examples also. Some questions also we will simplify. And secondly, if you are changing mean, means if it is increased by any value. For suppose average age of four members in a family is 30 years, for suppose 30 years. So what will be there? Average age after 3 years, for suppose. See, when before 4 years, 4 members age, they are not mentioned at all. But even though we can able to answer this, because after 4 years, after 3 years, each person age also increased by 3. For suppose your present age is 10 years. For suppose one person present age is 10 years. Next after 2 years or after 3 years, whatever. After 2 years, his age will become 12 years, 10 plus 2. Here, each observation, here 4 members we are taking, yes or no? Each observation is increased by 4 times. Means, so first condition, average age of 4 persons, we don't know how much some 4 members is equal to 30 years given. From this, sum of those people will be equal to 4 into 30, which is equal to 120. Sum of the 4 people before 3 years. And after 3 years, each person increased by 3 years, means sigma x plus 3 for 3 years will be increased for 4 persons, means 3 4 that 12 will get extra in that sum. That is equal to sigma x is 120 plus 12, which is nothing but 132. Now new mean after 3 years will be equal to 132 by 4. For those 4 persons only we are calculating. So 4 3s are 12, 4 3s are 12, 33 years. This one we can tell without doing these calculations also. Why? Because we have the property when each observation of the data is increased by some number, mean also increased by the same number. So after 4 years, what will be their average age? After 3 years, they are asking. After 3 years, each person age also increased by 3 only. Means before 3 years, it is 30 years. Present mean age is 30 years. So after 3 years, 30 plus 3, 33 years it will be. Okay, because each observation is increased by 3 times. That's why we got 33 years here. These calculations no need, directly we can able to tell. And next, for suppose if I am giving what was their average age before 5 years. Before 5 years means before 5 years each person age is 5 years less only. Yes or no? Means 5 is deducted. Means mean also deducted by 5. 30 minus 5, which is nothing but 25 years. So before 5 years mean age of those persons is 25 years. Next time for multiplication and division also we have the same property. Each observation is multiplied by certain number. Mean also multiplied by that number itself. Yesterday we have seen example problem also. And next, when each observation is divided by same number, mean also divided with the same number. So these are about properties of mean, and we have seen some formulas in case of mean. That is mean of n natural numbers. First n natural numbers is given by n plus 1 by 2. And mean of squares of first 10 natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Only mean I am mentioning now. And mean of cubes of n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 whole square by 4. And for odd numbers, we have n. Even numbers, n plus 1. Just mean I am taking. Mean only, not sum. Okay. And these formulas are needed to simplify now because we are talking about mean only. So depending on all these questions, we will discuss in the next class. We will see some more extra problems on mean in the next class. Okay.